So I was recently on a dating app here in the Philippines and I was talking to a 23-year-old, good-looking Filipina. The conversation quickly transferred over to WhatsApp at her request. Within 5 minutes, the attractive young Filipina asked me a question. I'm fairly certain that she had an ulterior motive. But even if I was wrong about that, my reaction to her still would have been the same. She could see that I live here in the Philippines, and the question had nothing to do with where I was from, what I did for a living when I was still in the United States, or if I had any kids. I want to tell you all about that coming up, but first remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Every little bit helps grow my YouTube channel and it's very much appreciated. Also, remember that bell notification. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. So I got on one of those dating apps here in the Philippines, was chatting with a 23-year-old Filipina. We got the hellos and the how are yous out of the way. And then very quickly, she wanted to chat over on WhatsApp. Once we took the conversation over to WhatsApp, it wasn't long before she wanted me to Gcash her 500 Philippine pesos so that she could buy some food. Now, 500 pesos is not a lot of money, a little over $8. So a lot of people are going to think, well, $8 isn't a lot of money, so she's probably not a romance scammer. Not so fast. My question is this: there is a support system in place that's deeply ingrained into Philippine culture. There's always someone who's willing to help with a meal. Family, extended family, friends, and neighbors. And if that's the case, isn't it reasonable to assume that someone would help with a meal? So I'm of the opinion that the attractive young Filipina didn't really need 500 pesos for food. I had doubts about thinking that way. I thought to myself, well, what if she is really telling me the truth, and she really is broke and hungry? So what I tried to do next is video call her. She didn't answer, later claiming that she didn't have a load. So I texted, well, before I send any money, I want to verify that your video image matches the photos that you sent me. Maybe you could go someplace where they have Wi-Fi, then we can video call. Then I got blocked, which is an indication that the person I was talking to was not the girl in the photos. Now let's assume that I was talking with a romance scammer. Now again, 500 pesos or $8 is a very minimal amount of money. It ain't going to bankrupt me, and it probably won't bankrupt you either. But here's how these dating scammers operate. They start out with a small request. They claim that they just want to buy some food. They're down on their luck, fallen on hard times, and just need a little help. By making a small request, they're testing the water to see how you might respond. If you open your wallet without giving it a second thought and Gcash them the $8, then it won't be long before the next request, which will wind up being a slightly larger request. If you keep sending, the requests keep getting larger and probably more frequent. Kind of like a woman in labor. Her birth pangs become more frequent and more intense. And the reason for each money request can range from her mother's medication to the electric bill to braces for her younger sister. You've never been able to video call with her because her camera is broken on her phone. But you have a solution to that problem. You just send her the money to buy a new phone. Once she receives your money, an emergency pops up out of nowhere, which of course staves off her having to video call with you because she has to use that money to pay for the emergency. But the real reason she doesn't get a new phone is because she's concealing her true identity. And who knows, maybe the camera on the phone that she had in the first place was always working fine. And at this point, she's been telling you that she loves you. And you believe her because you're in love with her too. Or maybe you're just in love with who you think she is. You've bought into a fantasy. Now you've been sending at least $300 a month, a substantial amount for a lot of guys. Congratulations, you've become her hero. And you think that you're her sole provider. That might not be the case. She very well could be receiving a monthly allowance from 5 other guys from all over the world. And she could already have a Filipino boyfriend or a husband. Maybe she's a lesbian and has a girlfriend. But getting back to the lame excuse of the broken phone because she doesn't want to reveal her true identity. You actually could be communicating with a man pretending to be a woman in love with you. I know that sounds kind of weird. So I don't want to discourage foreign men from looking to the Philippines to find a partner. Filipinos make some of the best significant others that you'll ever hope to find. But please be aware that early requests for money that lead to more requests, more expensive requests, and more frequent requests are always a red flag. To say nothing of the broken phone excuse. Wait a minute, I just did say something about it. Anyway, you can do what you want. If you want to send her money, I can't stop you. Personally, I have this rule, this boundary, that I never send money to someone if I haven't met them in person. Now, have I made that mistake in the past? I'm ashamed to admit that I have, but I won't do it anymore. I just will not send, even if they're being honest about why they need the money and it's a small amount. So that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for being here with me today. I hope to see you in the next video. God bless and peace out.